You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here revealing, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
To throw on second down, Nugent. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down, Nugent. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Nugent. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 17 yards out. And the Bengals will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay, ready?
8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. "31 yards on the punt there, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Nugent. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Patrick Queen, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
To throw on 3rd down, Nugent. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on it.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Drake London, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nugent. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nugent. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A much-needed boost defensively there. I mean, that really one of the first things that's gone right for him in this first half.
No question about it, partner. We've seen this before. You've got an offense that doesn't have any points yet. Go out and make a play on D. Then you head back to the sideline saying, we got you the football back. Now let's see what you can do with it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to the 25. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here we go. 60
Hands it off out of the gun. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
On 1st and 10, Nugent. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Nugent. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw. Nugent. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now back to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. 2nd and short now following the fumble. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off the play fake. Nugent. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Well, still throwing here with a big third-quarter lead, but that time this defense gets a measure of revenge.
One of the few positive moments they've had on either side of the football, really. Things have definitely not gone their way, but maybe their offense can seize on this and put some points on the board.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes left side. The 40. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. David Ojabo, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Bengals have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
On 3rd down, Nugent. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Operating from the gun, Nugent. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it is 42-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a tough go for them, and it's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They'll send the tight end in motion left. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now a handoff running through the middle. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. On 4th down, Nugent. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at Jerome. We're pretty darn good.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? You know what they'd be doing? They'd be